this is commonly known as lemon balm. This is it here before it flowers. Probably getting close to flowering by the looks of it. I've got another one over here in a pot. It's a pretty hardy little herb. There's one here in the pot, and makes an amazing tea, very relaxing and calming. So I'm going to pick some and take it inside to make a tincture. Hi there, it's Sue here. Today I am going to make a tincture from lemon balm. So lemon balm is also known as Melissa and bee balm, and has a few other common names as well. It's an amazing herb for many reasons. It's in the mint family. It's a very hardy little herb, as you saw just before. I've got a couple of plants growing in the garden, and I even got one growing in a crack in the concrete that's doing quite well, that set seed from my plant in my pot that's outside. So I've just been out and I've just picked myself a big bowl of lemon balm from my plants. I took it from two of the plants, the one in the pot and the one in the ground, just because I figured they've probably got slightly different properties, being in different soil and everything else. So I thought I'd put them a bit of both in there. I have my book here, and it's a very good Materia Medica with a lot of different herbs in it, and it has Melissa in here. So I was just going to go through some of its properties so that you get some idea of what this amazing plant is good for. So as I said, it's in the mint family. It is a perennial, so it'll die back a little bit in the winter, in the cold weather, and sometimes in the summer. If it gets too dry, it'll die back a bit. Seems to thrive quite well in the winter here in New Zealand, where we are here in New Zealand. Its actions, so the properties that it has, are relaxant, antispasmodic, antidepressive, diaphoretic, hypertensive, antiviral, and a nerve tonic. So what that means is that the relaxant part is relaxing, and it's good for the nerves if you have issues with anxiety, panic attacks, those sorts of things. Very good for calming those types of things down. Good for just relaxing your body, your whole being, basically. It's antispasmodic, which means it's really good for anything to do with muscle spasming. So if you have tummy troubles, bowel troubles, like irritable bowel, that sort of thing, where the bowel's spasming and causing you problems, muscle pain, that sort of thing, you know, where the muscles are spasming, it's gonna potentially help with those sorts of things. Antidepressive, so it lifts your spirits, helps to keep you happy, which is a blessing. If you can get that anywhere, especially in this climate right at the moment, that's a good thing. Diaphoretic, so it induces sweating where that's needed. And it's antiviral, which is also a very handy thing in our current world, as things are. So I'm just going to read a little bit out of here. So the pharmacology, it says in here that German research has shown that the volatile oil, and in particular citral and citronella, calm the nervous system. The oil is also proved to be strongly antispasmodic. The polyphenols contained in this plant have been shown to be antiviral. In particular, they combat herpes simplex virus, which produces cold sores. So anyone that suffers with cold sores or herpes, is a great herb for that. And in one research study, the average healing time for cold sores was halved to about 5 days. And the time between outbreaks doubled as well. So lemon balm has also been shown to inhibit thyroid function, but there's something that's so it helps with overactive thyroid. But from what I've seen, because I looked into all this because I was having a lot of thyroid issues a few years ago, and I actually had an overactive thyroid, but then went back to an underactive thyroid again, and so I was worried that it was going to make an underactive thyroid worse, but doesn't seem to be any evidence that that's actually what it does. So it helps, from my understanding, is it helps to balance the thyroid, but everybody's going to be different. So if you're going to try taking Melissa, just pay attention to your body and see how it reacts. That's all any of us can really do, is to see how our body reacts to any particular herb or supplement. So Melissa has always been taken to lift the spirits, and taken regularly, it was believed to encourage longevity. So there's actually a story about a Chinese king, I think it was, or emperor, that lived to a very, very old age, and he used to have Melissa every day. It makes a really nice tea. So you can just pick a few leaves and pop them into some hot water, not just off the boil, but let it cool just slightly, and then make your tea with that. And it's really calming and relaxing. When you make a tincture, you're making that with alcohol. So when you have, a tea or an infusion is a water extract, and then a tincture is an alcohol extract. They're going to have different properties because the water will extract different things than the alcohol does out of the plant. Okay. So the other traditional uses include healing wounds, relieving palpitations and relaxing the heart, and treating toothache. Today, lemon balm is used as a relaxing tonic for anxiety, mild depression, restlessness and irritability. It reduces the feelings of nervousness and panic, and will often quieten a racing heart, being a valuable remedy for palpitations of nervous origin. Balm has a tonic effect on the heart and circulatory system, causing mild vasodilation of the peripheral vessels, thus acting to lower blood pressure. So anyone who has problems with high blood pressure, this is a good herb to try to help to manage that. So it is useful when over anxiety is causing digestive problems such as indigestion, acidity, nausea, bloating, and colicky pain. So that's me. My emotional state very much affects my digestive system, and so this is a herb that I want to get back to using more. I used to use it for a while, and then I kind of forgot about it. So I want to get back to using it more. Following the discovery of its anti-thyroid effect, the herb is given to people with an overactive thyroid. So if you have an overactive thyroid or Graves' disease, this herb is definitely a good one to try. If your thyroid's underactive and you want to try it and see if it affects it. The first aid remedy, it's good for cuts and sex stings and has been used in some feverish conditions such as influenza. All right, so digestive problems stemming from anxiety, it works really well. And so I think that while Melissa's has some real benefits physically, so for things, like I said before, muscle cramps, period pain, tummy troubles, cramps in the bowel, those sorts of things because of its antispasmodic nature. I think that the biggest blessing that Melissa brings is on the emotional and spiritual plane. So because she is able to make us feel good, to uplift our spirits, to help to relieve the melancholy nature that's so common these days, to help to reduce the anxiety and the fear and the feelings of hopelessness. She's really worthwhile investigating. If you don't have a plant in your garden, go and buy one and plant it in the garden or in a pot. You can just, as I said before, pop a couple of leaves into a cup and make yourself a cup of Melissa or lemon balm tea. Or buy yourself some vodka and make yourself a tincture so that you've got it there all the time. She's really a worthwhile herb having. There are herbs that are great to have because they're good for specific things, but Melissa has such a lot of value. She's worthwhile having in the garden. Started and make this tincture. I'll show you how to do it. It's really easy, really easy. Everybody can do this stuff. I mean, this herb is so easy to grow, and so it's so easy to make a tincture, to use it in teas and that sort of thing. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. Just do it. So all you got to do is pick your herb. You want to chop it up, but make it easier to get into your jar. Okay, so you don't want to pack it too tightly into your jar. So I've got a pickle jar here. I was hoping that I might have a bigger jar available, but I don't. So I'll make this lot and then I'll do another lot probably later. It smells amazing. It's got a nice lemony smell. And so chop her up, put her in the jar. Don't pack it too tight because you want your vodka to be able to get in around it all and to get a reasonable amount of tincture out of this. So some people have specific, volumes that they use, this much herb to this much alcohol. Other people have, say fill the jar up this far, but you know what? It's not rocket science. Chop her up, chuck it in the jar, add some alcohol, and then leave it to sit. So I'm going to put about that much. So it's about probably 3/4 of a jar. And then I'm just going to fill it up with vodka, and you want to fill it right up to the top so that there's pretty much no air in there, or very little air. So I'm in New Zealand, and I had a look through the different vodkas that were available because I don't drink vodka. It needs to be 40% alcohol or higher. So Absolute vodka is 40%. So, just as well didn't have a bigger jar. It's taken almost that whole 1 litre bottle of vodka. All right, so that's, I'll just put a little bit more in there. Take it just about right up to the top. There we go. So that's it. I'm going to put a label on here with the date, and I'm going to leave that to sit probably in my pantry for 6 to 8 weeks. And then once that's all done its thing, after 6 to 8 weeks, I'm going to take it out and I'm going to put it into little dropper bottles and label it, and then it can be put away, and it will keep, I don't know, for years. It'll keep for years. So it's not going to go off. It's not going to be wasted. And to take it, you can put it into water or juice or just a couple of drops under your tongue, and it's as easy as that. So if you're, for whatever you're taking it for, if you're taking it for something that's a chronic condition, you might want to take it every day. If you're taking it just to help to boost your immune system when you're feeling like you're getting a bit sick, then a couple of drops under the tongue, even, a few times a day until that clears up. Pretty simple, really. Okay. If you've got any questions, fire away below, and I will try to get to them as soon as I can. If you like this video and you'd like to see more, please subscribe, share this video, as that helps my rankings and helps other people to see this information. And also, if you're watching this on YouTube, I also have a Rumble channel where all my videos go. All the videos on YouTube are on my Rumble channel, plus there will be extras. So anything that I think may be a bit too much for YouTube, I will put over on Rumble. So make sure you go and subscribe there as well. Okay, all right. I'll talk to you again another day. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and hit the notification bell if you're on YouTube. Okay.